How's that look?
You looked a bit like you were. Oh, it's like a tanning light. You just hold your arm like.
All right, maybe that won't work. I think this is a good start. We're doing a good start here. Oh, if you just saw this setup right now, you'd be dying.
I think it's fine. You look good. All right.
All right.
You ready to go? Are we doing this?
Yeah. Well, welcome to the first podcast of Adam and Dan. The name. What's our name? What's the podcast name?
We don't have one. We don't have one.
Shit.
What?
The Shit Show.
The Shit Show.
Two guys in a cup.
Oh gosh.
Oh, no.
Moving along. I was thinking about this today, and I was looking at podcasts about because we've known each other since, I don't know, 5? Kindergarten? Was it kindergarten? I think it was.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about New Jersey or things like that, or township, and all sorts of things like that, but nothing was sticking. I don't know. I think we're gonna have to let it come out organically.
Well, yeah, we just need to be us.
Yeah. So in that though, I actually found a fun fact. So
fun fact.
We went to Washington Township, or we lived in Washington Township. That's where we met. We went to Westwood High School, which is annoying that we didn't even go to a school in our same town. And then I remember growing up and being like, there's a bunch of Washington Townships, which is confusing. And so if we named something Washington Township, it would be confusing because there's probably multiple ones. And I found a stupid article. Guess how many Washington Townships there are in New Jersey?
14.
Yeah. No, not even close. There are 7, though. There are 7.
Hey, what's 7 and 7? 14.
14.
I was close.
Your maths. 7. Morris
7.
County, Bergen County, where we are from,
Mm-hmm.
Burlington County, Gloucester County,
Gloucester?
Gloucester, Gloucester. I think it's Gloucester.
I think that's it. Yeah, that sounds good.
Warren, 2 in Warren. And then there was one in Mercer County that in 2007, they changed their name to Robbinsville. That was 7.
Oh, that's Robbinsville. Okay.
But total BS. So,
well, I think we're actually Township of Washington.
That's what I thought too.
We are.
I don't know. They don't really make this distinction. I click on. Let's see. Tell me to click on it. Oh yeah, it is Township of Washington, 1840. We have a whole homepage and everything.
Oh yeah, we're a town, damn. You like my shirt?
I do.
I was wearing a full shirt, and this doesn't really get AC in here. So I was like, I'm way too hot.
I know. I was sitting here today, and apparently
is that the guest room?
This is a guest room. Apparently our smart air conditioner, it doesn't recognize me as a human being. It's linked to Lauren's phone. And so normally during the day, it keeps it 73, 74, 75, something, at least reasonable inside. I'm sitting here, I'm setting everything up. It's I'm getting hot. It was 79 degrees in the house.
Jesus.
Because it turned itself to eco mode, which is 85 degrees.
That's really bad. Oh, that's crazy.
Actually, I skipped a step. If we're doing this podcast, who the hell are we? And why should you listen? Nobody's really going to be listening to this, except our wives maybe. But who are we? Where are you from? Where are you hailing from right now?
Not telling. I am Adam, and I am in Midland Park, New Jersey, next to Ridgewood. And I say that because every time I say Midland Park, nobody knows where it is, which is great.
Very nice.
So,
Very nice.
What about you, Daniel?
I am originally from New Jersey, and I am 5,000 miles away in Livermore, California.
Yeah, terrible place. Yeah, wineries and beautiful landscape. It's horrible.
Although it has been over 100 degrees for a week and a half straight. So we are kind of on the surface of the sun right now. It hit 110 last week.
God damn.
It was really
that's nuts, dude.
We made a hot tub in the back of our pickup truck.
Well, originally it was supposed to be a pool, right?
Well, it was a pool. I guess, yeah. The water was cold. I think the water went up to 85 once we were sitting in it for a while. But it was pretty good. It was quite refreshing.
What did you guys do? You just tarped it?
Mm-hmm. Big old tarp, filled it with 300 gallons of water. Set,
And then
good to go.
how did you dump it? Did you drop the tailgate?
No, so we were at the barn and they have a pump system. They could like pump things out and put it into a tank and then use it for other stuff.
Why didn't you just water your
'cause,
lawn?
I mean, water's expensive here. It's like, it's a resource. So they use it and they water the ring like once a week. So they
All right, yeah, for the horses, I get it.
All right. Moving along. I have a question for you.
Okay.
Actually, here. Let's back it up. We're all out of order here. This is a terrible episode. Nobody cares.
It's a pilot, man. Pilots are terrible.
Pilots are terrible.
So it's like the camera's grainy, you know.
Why are we doing this?
You're asking me.
Well, I have an idea. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Why are we doing this?
It was my idea. But
Here's
why are we
Dan's
doing
idea.
this?
Yeah.
It was my idea. So we've been friends since we're 5. We've been through elementary school. We've been through high school.
Mm-hmm.
We've been through college. What is your first memory of us together?
The very first memory, like us hanging out, or like the very, very first memory?
Either. Because mine is way later than I think it should be.
Well, you had a lot of trauma in kindergarten.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the drinking of the milk was like hard for you, and like coloring in the lines. Yeah, it was bad. No, I honestly, I remember this. It was, I don't know if my mom was next to me, but our teacher, was it Franchina? No, who was our kindergarten?
Something with a W. What? Wait,
A W?
Weiss?
No, Weiss was 5th grade. Yeah, work backwards.
Weinstein was 5th grade.
Weinstein.
Webb. No, Weber.
Samsonite. We were way off.
What the hell was your name? This is
anyway. Mrs.
Because
whatever her name's.
What's the first one you said? That was
Franchino.
Franchino was 2nd grade. 1st grade was Link. Miss Link.
Link? Oh, maybe it was Link.
And then kindergarten was something with a W. We're gonna have to phone a friend for this.
Yeah, we'll have to phone a friend. Oh, we should have that phone a friend. Anyway, so I think because I wasn't really talking to people, like it was a couple days now, and I wasn't really like interacting with people. So I think my mom was standing there, and the teacher brought me over to you, and was like, "Adam, this is Dan. Dan, this is Adam. I think you guys would get along. You should play," or something like that. It was something like that. And then you just like looked at me with that face, that face you have in like 90% of your school photos because you had braces. The sad Dan face. You made that face, and you literally just turned
until fourth grade. 4th grade. Maybe I was just a sad Dan.
Just sad Dan. Yeah, you like made that face at me, and you just bolted and turned the other way, and I was like, okay,
that sounds about right.
That's the very first memory I have of you. What's your memory?
So I was trying to think about this, and like honestly, the only early memories I have are like when we were like swinging from the trees in my backyard. We said we're like 8 or 10. It had to be earlier than that because we sold that house when I was in 5th grade, and I don't know. Like something like that, or the other ones. I do remember being at your house in your little like alcove bedroom upstairs.
When we were like, alcove bedroom? You make it sound like it was a closet. Bedroom.
I don't know. Your bed was under a.
Oh, that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And like playing like games or something like that. That weird brown shag carpet
on the wall.
Was it on the wall? It was definitely on the floor. And the tiger at the top of the stairs.
Yep. What that Dina has.
Yeah.
Dina has. Wait.
Yeah,
okay.
It's like memories like that. I have no memories in school. Like maybe my earliest memory in school is like tug of war, like field day in like 4th and 5th grade, kind of stuff. It's really weird. I don't know. I don't have a ton of super early memories.
I'm the same way. There's like certain stories that you bring up that I'm like, wow, I totally forgot about that.
We'll have
Like,
to keep track of this as we talk. If
we do.
if we tell a story that seems to be like between ages 5 and 7, we'll have to
Yeah.
write that down.
Yeah, seriously. So our kids are like, what happened when you were younger? And we actually have stories.
Too many concussions.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think that's what it is. In my head too many times. I remember there was another time that you came over and we were watching, what movie were we watching? We were watching a movie, and I was so excited that you were there that I kept grabbing other movies to watch after that. But you came over after school, and you were only going to be there for like an hour. And in my head, I was like, "Oh, okay, we'll watch Back to the Future, or we'll watch." It might have been like Jurassic Park or something like that. I
Jurassic
remember
Park was
pulling
96.
DVDs. What?
Jurassic Park, I think, was 96,
Yeah.
something like that, 95.
But I remember pulling out VHSs and then running to my mom because most of them I couldn't read. And I was like, "What movie is this?" And she's like, "That's blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then like 45 minutes later, your mom showed up and you left, and I had like 3 different movies out that we were gonna watch right after that.
Jurassic Park 93. So actually earlier than I thought. We would have been 7.
Yeah, but this was younger than that. Do you hear my computer?
No.
You don't? Okay, good. I still have a hard drive, so like if the fan kicks on, it's like a friggin' F-150.
F-150?
Yeah, the the plane.
Not the truck?
No.
F-15?
An F-15? That's more like it. That's right. You just see an F-150 with wings. I wonder if it runs on diesel. Here.
Once I moved to Maywood, I remember memories there. Because that was... When we moved there? Like when I was like 2nd grade, something like that.
Okay.
And we had the pool there. We used to drive there. And I do remember you chasing me around with worms.
The worms, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. In the street.
Yep.
That was fun.
You used to like huck them at me. I was very afraid of worms. Not so afraid of worms anymore. Just spiders still. But
you and Libby. Yeah, Libby's deathly scared of spiders. She main screams. That's how scared she is.
Personally, I feel like it's a little weird if you're not afraid of spiders.
I'm not scared of spiders.
Like a lot of eyes, extra legs. They're real smart. They move quickly. Like
they plot your demise. Yeah, no, I got you.
What other insect when they bite you causes that big of a reaction?
Strippers.
Insect.
Mainly because of the herpes and all that stuff. I'm kidding everyone. I'm kidding.
I guess we have to decide if this is a children's show or not.
Oh, absolutely not.
There's no way we're not going to be dropping F-bombs.
No way.
So
unless we had like a beep button, you just
an on-air
with the beep.
We can fix it in post. We're not live. But yeah, back to spiders. Like, they made a movie called Arachnophobia. They didn't make a movie called like I'm Afraid of Worms.
Did?
And
yes,
like
they did.
If they did, what?
Tremors.
Big worms. Yeah, 80-foot long worms that can eat cars. So to make worms scary, they had to make them able to eat cars. Arachnophobia is about a bunch of normal-sized spiders.
It's not.
Yes, it is. It's like
wait, is
there's
it?
Just thousands of them.
I thought they were big. I thought they were giant spiders.
No, they're like. I mean, maybe they're not like tiny, but they're like.
Do you mean like that one on the back wall over there?
I'll fucking kill you. do not do this to me. You know me too well. This is the one thing you can't mess with me about. Because I won't sleep tonight. I won't sleep for a week.
Do you remember Boy Scout camp?
Yeah.
when that spider was in our tent, and you're like, Adam, get it. I'm like, all right, fine. And it had this fat fucking body on it, and I was like, all right, I got it. And I was squeezing, and then it popped and it shot in my mouth. Do you remember that? I was like, it's in my mouth. And you just ran again. Dan was a runner.
So
I need
that was just one of the spiders.
How do I get a beer, Dan? How do I get a beer? We're in the middle of a podcast.
I mean, we're not live.
Hey, honey.
We'll cut it. Do you want to cut out 8 seconds of time later, or do you want to piss off your wife.
It could make for a good episode.
Here, what if we both
Are you almost
text?
done with your beer?
I am. What if we both text and see
See if they come. You text my wife. You text Libby and I'll text.
All right.
Lord. Like, what? Why is Dan texting? Why is Adam texting me? Good Lord, she's awesome. On it. That's what Lauren said.
Really?
Yeah.
I took a few more seconds for mine. I said, "Can you bring Adam a beer? He looks parched." No response yet. No response.
Let's see. Nothing else. A beer wench. No, Lauren, you're more than that. You know what? Libby might be cleaning the bathroom, actually.
She responded, ha ha. I thought he brought one down. Does he need another? Should I say he forgot or
He's another.
Thank you.
You're something that beers.
You're awesome, Lauren.
Here. The first cameo.
There she is.
Beer City.
There's my wife. Sweet. I think that worked every time. Let's do that every time.
See it. It's because I asked.
Hey, okay, so we're pulling beer. I'm drinking out of a glass. Have you seen that? Right, it's all over Instagram, TikTok. How to pour beer. Have you watched that?
No.
No?
I have not.
Okay. So remember in college, right? Try to get as less head as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
On your beer.
No. So, and it was on a bar rescue too, John Taffer. You actually you let it foam up. You pour it so it foams. When you eat and you have very less head, the food gets it creates a lot of bubbles and stuff in your system. So when you let the foam and the carbonation out of the beer, when you eat, you won't feel so bloated and full and like shit. And I've been doing it for a while now, and it works.
So you decarbonate your beer.
A little bit, yeah. So like how we used to do this, right? Pour beautiful little beer, right?
Yeah.
But you actually just pour it out, let it suds up, and then it's not so carbonated, and you can drink more.
I am kind of like burping right
Bourbon?
now. Yeah, maybe I'll get a glass.
Get a glass, man. Andrew swears by glasses.
Enjoy.
Where'd he go? All right, everyone. Well, this is a good time to talk to you about our shop. If you go to www.djap /pancakes_token, you'll see a whole bunch of our swag out there. We got hats and t-shirts. And oh, hey Dan,
We should. We need memorabilia.
I was just telling the audience about our website.
I love that we're treating this like anybody will ever watch this. This is entertaining to me. Tune in next week.
Tune in next week. Well, I have a better camera.
I definitely got a lot of head. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, you poured the shit out of that. No, really, I've been doing it for a while now, and I definitely feel less bloated,
I like that.
especially when I eat.
Well, especially this is Miller High Life, which is not super carbonated anyway. Which, by the way,
Don't
not
say
a plug.
it. Don't say it.
If they're what?
Don't say it's a good beer.
It's the best of the cheap beers. Because it tastes like beer. Coors tastes like can. It literally tastes like metal. It's an aluminum flavored beer. Bud Light, fresh out the can, tastes like it's skunked.
Mm-hmm.
Like it has that
Like no matter what
tanginess to it. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what else. Other cheap ones. I mean, it's like
Natty.
Milwaukee's Best or Busch. Those are okay. They at least taste like beer, just bad beer. Natty again tastes like can.
Mm-hmm.
This at least tastes like a cheap beer,
Okay.
But it's a beer at least.
I'm drinking. Do you get Kona out there?
We do.
Kona's really good.
I think it's made in like near where I live. Like it's a Californian beer.
No, it says brewing and canned by Fort Collins, Colorado, and Portland, Oregon. Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Wait, why is there so? Is that I guess they have 3 different distributions.
All right, I'm gonna Google where the headquarters is.
That's funny. You would think it's
like somewhere in Hawaii.
Yeah. I mean, that could be you, Dan. Is that you?
Oh,
That
yeah.
might be. Yeah, that's you. Look at you.
I've been surfing for years now.
What?
Kona Brewing Company.
Kona,
So
Colorado.
there's actually a lawsuit in 2007
What?
because it's not brewed in Hawaii.
Did they win? I hope they won.
So it says here, in March 2017, Kona Brewing Company faced a class action lawsuit on the claim of whether its beer was actually brewed in Hawaii or not. In September 2020, the case was settled and appeals resolved. Purchasers of Kona beer between 2013 and 19 were compensated up to $20 each. Only their beer served on tap in their Hawaiian locations is actually brewed in Hawaii. All other beer produced by Kona are produced at Craft Brew Alliance facilities in New Hampshire, Oregon, Tennessee, and Washington. So it is originated from Hawaii,
That
which I've
makes
never
sense.
been to.
Not
Which
either.
is-
We want to go.
Well, you know what though? Being on the East Coast, it's like a 11-hour flight. So like it's not like that was the thing that like rich people did when from New Jersey. It's like if somebody was like, "Oh, I went to Hawaii for spring break," I'd be like, "Okay, so your parents own a yacht."
Yeah. Or have a timeshare.
Well, because the flights alone, I mean, it's like, it's 6 hours to California, another 5 to Hawaii. But apparently here, everybody goes. We haven't been yet.
Really? That's like a thing out there?
Yeah, well, it's closer than the Bahamas.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Bahamas are like a 6-hour flight, or it's like roughly the same. So it's actually not too bad.
But why not like just go up to Alaska?
Well, like, because it's not warm in Alaska.
Because you can't go surfing in Alaska, Adam.
I walked right into that one.
Yeah, you did.
All right, so we're looking good.
Well, yeah.
I'm proud of this. So this is definitely a beer drinking show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
I just don't know if we should pregame like 2 before the podcast. That way we hit it, we hit it running,
Philosophize in action. I have another question. We could talk
I'm waiting
about.
for a red light to pop up on my screen somewhere. Be like, all right, move on.
You're
Like the Oscars.
Because they're playing the walk-off music.
I like it.
All
All right,
right.
what's your question?
So I have a potential segment, and there's a few inspirations for this. One is Family Guy, where it says, "You know what really grinds my gears."
Mm-hmm. You're up.
Another one is the Kelsey podcast, where they talk about this. We got to talk about it, meaning something that is occurring in the other person's life that we're looking to pry into. And it could be a gripe, it could be a general thing, but it's, if someone else brought this up, you might get offended, but because it's me, you won't.
Okay.
So we got to talk about it.
Okay, I'm scared.
What is the deal with you not using your dishwasher?
All right, folks, so that's the end of today's episode. There's no deal, Dan.
Well, so for the audience that is no one, the background is you have a very nice, high quality Bosch dishwasher,
Yes. Yep.
similar to the one that I was fortunate enough to have, that basically cleans the dishes better than anything I have ever seen, with like 2 gallons of water. Yet you use it as a drying rack.
Yep. Yeah. You want to know why? Because
I
it's
would love
gonna
to know.
say beautiful and working forever. That way. People are gonna be like in the year 2052, oh my god, how is this still working? It works like it's brand new. Cause it is.
You know who did the same thing? Kevin McAllister. He confessed in Home Alone 2, not Escape from New York. Just
Yeah.
In New York? No, Escape? No, there's no Escape in the name.
No,
Something
that's
in New York. When he was up
Lost.
in the Lost in New York.
Lost in New York.
He was up in the opera house, and he's talking to a pigeon lady.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying how she was afraid to love again. And he said, Love is a lot like my roller blades or skates. I don't know how old the movie is. I think it was roller skates. He was afraid to use them. He only used them a couple times in the house. But he was afraid to use them outside because he didn't want to damage them. By the time he decided it was worth it and he wanted to use them, they didn't fit.
Heavy. So my dishes aren't going to fit in it.
If
Is that what you're saying? It's going to shrink?
maybe dishes are going to get bigger in the future. You never know.
If you don't use it, you lose it? Where are we going with this?
That's a good 40-year-old virgin reference. Is it true that if you don't use it, you'll lose it?
Lose it? No. Okay, look.
Okay.
We do use
the
it
stage is yours.
we do use it every once in a while, especially if you're like we have a party or something. But I don't know what the chemicals that are left behind. You know, I have noticed that there are times that there are chemicals, or like if I put something like a container in the dishwasher and I run it, and for some reason it flips over and it collects all the water, yeah, the water's disgusting. You know what I mean? Once it, oh my God, there's a doggy. Doggy. Can I pet that dog? Sorry. So yeah, I don't know. You know, like there's some dishwashers that I've seen where you pull a beautiful glass like this out and it's all caked with chemicals and residue. And it's like, now I got to drink out of it, or like it destroyed my glass. Like that sucks. So I just, for the most part, wash them by hand.
So maybe we can have a guest speaker who is a dishwasher expert. I'll do some research.
Okay.
But I feel like you wash with soap anyway. And like soap is a chemical, technically.
Right. But you can eat Palmala or Dawn and just burp up some bubbles. If you eat a pod, you're going to the hospital.
I mean, how many people ate them like 5 years ago in the Tide Pod Challenge?
I don't know, man. A lot of people
They
died.
were fine.
Were
I mean,
they?
they got a little... Nobody died.
We don't know that. It was around COVID. Maybe they just brushed it under COVID. Conspiracy.
So I feel like it's just still soap. The crap that's sitting in an open container, though, like that's just dirty water. Like it doesn't mean it's toxic.
Have you ever seen The Toxic Avenger, Dan? Have you seen them?
And then the residue, that's just hard water, or that's like the calcium deposits and things that like aren't getting rinsed off because the water's drying on dirty water is drying on the.
There you go. You just proved my point. So
No,
you
but
used
your dishwasher will not do that because it's a good dishwasher.
Yeah, it's gonna stay that way. No, I know. What's your biggest gripe is that I'm wasting water. I'm using 10 times as much water.
1, yes.
Okay.
2, I feel like you're wasting your time. It's really nice. Like you just
All right. Well, let me ask you this. Hold on.
and
Hold
then
on.
poof. It's like getting a maid.
How often are you using the same stuff over and over again?
What do you mean?
All right.
Like in terms of plates and cups?
Right. So like me and Libby use the blender every morning for our shakes.
Mhm.
So I wash it when I'm done with it. Now she doesn't have to wash it. She could put it in the dishwasher. But then it's sitting there all day with the crap on it. It's drying. It's caking on. Then you have to run the dishwasher. And then I got to pull it out the next day. And then are you guys using, like, do you use all of your plates? Like, if you go through dinner, right? So you two have each a plate. Maybe you have an appetizer plate because you guys like appetizers. And then you have forks, you have spoons. And then you just throw that in the dishwasher. And then you run it with, like, 4 or 5 plates in it?
No.
Or do you let
no.
it build up for a couple days?
We don't run it every day. No, it's like every other day, every third day.
Okay.
So like 8 cups, 8 plates. You got a dog.
Good dog.
Oh, they're wrestling. And then, yeah, so we wait till it's full. So the blender, that's a good example. Things like that we hand wash if we know we're gonna need it again.
Okay.
100%. But plates, cups, silverware, utensils that we have multiples of.
But then there's some cooking stuff you can't wash, right? Like the
Pans we hand wash, yeah.
right. So that's where I end up fighting with myself because I'm like, half this stuff I have to wash by hand anyway because we either need it immediately or the next morning, or I know she's going to need it in a little bit. And then the other stuff is you can't wash in the dishwasher, so you have to wash it by hand. So now I have like 3 things that I'm throwing in there. I'm like, so what's the point? So now it's going to be like 4 days until like it fills up for me to run it. But that's 4 days of the dishes being dirty, just sitting there, caked on. Bacteria grows, right? It's all science, Dan. You're science. So that's where I fight with myself. Okay.
This is the definition of agree to disagree.
I don't know. You also know my father. He was the same way.
I mean, I do know that. I remember growing up and going to your house. The microwave was the spice rack.
Yeah, beautiful idea. Had a little spinner in it. If you wanted your garlic a little warm, you just turn it on for 30 seconds. No, that's because my mom fried the microwave. My dad didn't know what to do with it.
It was dead. It was dead. But you grew up your entire childhood without a microwave, basically.
Yeah,
which is admirable.
Thank you. And I'm still fucking I don't know what to tell you. So that's a lot. I am getting better at it. There are times where I'm just like, I'm throwing it in the dishwasher.
It's a mental health thing. Like, if I could get up from dinner and 2/3 of the dishes don't have to be washed, and I can clean up in 2 minutes instead of 8 minutes, it just feels better.
Yeah, but you guys use like real plates and stuff, right?
I mean, yes, we use plates.
No, but like you're not using like paper plates, right? And stuff like that?
No.
I see, we do that. We got so tired of dealing with the dishes that I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to the grocery store and I'm paying $4 for 200 plates. I don't care.
There is a way to not need to use paper plates, though. And it's this thing called the dishwasher.
Big logic pan over here.
We'll move on. You're on the hot seat. Anything happened to you this week you want to talk about?
My ears just went, no, that's just happened. Wait, say something.
Can you hear me now?
Say something.
Can you hear me now?
That's so weird. Do it again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you this one. Do it again.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can. That's weird. Okay, that was weird. All of a sudden, this whole side went like dead. Anything happened to me this week? Good or bad?
Good or bad? Anything fun?
Yeah, this morning me and Drew did like 2.5 hour bike motorcycle ride.
Oh.
Yeah, we went up through Greenwood Lake and all that stuff. First time I went on the highway with the bike, got up to 60.
Scary.
That was it was scary, but it was like very comfortable at the same time. It's crazy, dude. The gyroscopics of a bike, and I've always heard people talk about it, but like the bike wants to stay up, right? When you're at speed, the bike wants to stay up. And it's so true, man. Like you're up at speed and the bike's just there, you know? So yeah, we did that today. That was fun. I feel like stuff did happen this week. We told Dina, yesterday we saw her and you told her about the pregnancy.
Yeah. You're revealing it on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
For all of our listeners.
Yeah, we're pregnant.
Oh my God.
We're pregnant. Oh, where's the clapping? There it is. The sound audience. There it is. That just sounded bad. Kids, turn away.
Mothers, cover their eyes.
No, moms are fine. So yeah. We told Dina she was really excited.
That's cool.
Which was cool.
Anybody major left to tell?
Mm-hmm.
Were you good to go?
No, I think that's it. Oh, my aunts. But I had to tell them before next weekend, just in case we do
they're not watching
video. I have a question for you, Dan.
Gosh.
Would you call it? Here's a new section. Maybe this could be something new.
What do
you call it? Okay.
Okay. Lay it on me.
Would you call this sexual assault?
Oh God. We're starting out strong. Real strong. Oh boy.
So we have this intern at work.
We are recording this. You know that.
Yeah, I know. What?
Okay.
What?
I don't want you to implicate yourself.
I'm not. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I promise. It wasn't me. I don't understand why I got in trouble. No, I'm kidding. So it wasn't me. No. So we have this intern. She's like fresh out of college. It's like her first job. This poor girl lives in Jersey City. And last week she was on her way to work. She was on the train. She's at work, and all of a sudden the transit police show up and want to talk to her. She talks to them, and then she leaves. And we're like, what the hell's going on? And then my counterpart was like, I don't know. So she said something happened on a train, and she got sexually assaulted. And I was like, Jesus Christ, okay. So then I find out what it was. And she told me, willingly, I didn't pry or anything like that. She said that she was sitting on the train, and her shoe broke, which it did. We saw the shoe. Her shoe was broken, and the train...
In what way? Like, what kind of shoe? How did it break?
It was a flat. So I don't know exactly. I think the sole like snapped. You know the flats that females have. It's like a flat.
Was like little heel or no heel?
No, it's called a flat, Dan. No, I know what you're saying. No, it's a.
So like
it's a flat.
Like, well, how does it break then?
It wasn't flat. I don't know. I didn't actually say flat. Goodness. So
which is also flat.
I think there you go. See, yeah, you get it. I think it cracked somewhere here, like the whole thing like snapped.
Okay.
Or something like that. I don't know. That's my flip flop, everyone. I mean
your house slipper.
Thank you, house slipper. So yeah, it broke. The train conductor or the guy that like takes the ticket. That's not the conductor. What are those guys that go around and pick the tickets from You've been on a train, right?
Ticket taker?
Yeah, the
person?
Ticket taker. So the ticket taker was like, oh, I could help you. And he brought her to a different part or a cart that was like empty. And she said like, she was like, oh, I thought maybe he like had super glue or something that could help me. And he takes my shoe off and starts licking my toe.
Yes, that is sexual assault.
Is it? Okay.
This is not real.
No, I swear to God, this is what she's telling me. And I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean? He like started licking your toe? And she's like, yeah. And I didn't know what to do. And I'm like, I didn't say it, but I want to be like, just fucking kick him. Like,
what?
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah.
That is so like, fucked up.
And like he licked it, and then he was like, oh, they're so beautiful or something like that. And I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Like, that's horrible. But I was like, is that really sexual assault? I would assume that it's more like assault than sexual assault.
I mean, I feel like it's a subcategory.
It's a subcategory.
And it was sexual in nature.
What if he just saw some toe jam and he was trying to clean it out for her?
Like if I punched you in the foot, or if
that's
I like
assault.
Grabbed your foot and, that's assault, brother.
That's assault, brother. If you broke my foot and then kissed me, that's aggravated assault. Because now I'm aggravated.
No, I think she has a case for sure.
Okay, all right. I wasn't sure. I assumed, and this is very stupid of me, but I assumed it would be more like sexual in nature, which I guess it
licking
is.
Someone's toes is not sexual in nature.
Well, I'm not attracted to that, so I don't. I guess who is it?
How many toes have you licked, and in what instance was it not sexual in nature?
0. I've never licked any toes, Dan. Why, Dan?
Okay.
Have you?
No comment.
Hey, Lauren.
Come on. You licked a toe or two.
Nope.
I'm sure.
Nope.
Not even once?
Nope. No, I never licked a toe.
I mean, it wasn't on a train.
No, but definitely wasn't on a train.
But I think it's fair to say people are not out there just licking toes.
Yeah. I don't know. So, yeah, that was an interesting story I got this week. Threw me through a loop.
That is fucked up.
Yeah, dude.
That is really
I felt
messed
bad for
up.
her. I was like, that's horrible. So now she doesn't take the train. She, gets dropped off by her boyfriend. So yeah, that's that. And then beginning of the week is a blur. I don't remember.
It was too far away.
Yeah, it's too far away. What about you?
I didn't do it much. I worked all week. I got a vaccine booster on Friday
What?
for COVID.
What? I thought they didn't have a new booster.
They don't, but last time we got it was in September. And we're doing a lot of traveling coming up, and so you can boost after 4 months. So like,
with the same boost?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's like your body is still prepared, but if you want to have like the active neutralizing antibodies that are like ready to pounce, that might minimize the likelihood of getting infected at all, after a booster for the next like month or two, you're like really protected. And so we're traveling to Germany in a week and a half, so we don't want to mess that trip up, and there's going to be a lot of interactions with people, and I really just don't want to get sick. And then in August, we're going back to New Jersey, and we're hanging out with my brother and his kid and my mom and my aunt, or
Down the shore, yeah.
Yeah, older and not, don't have the best immune systems.
Dude, which, by the way, Chris, Kara, Andrew, and all them are going to be down there the same.
We should do something.
Yeah, that's what I was talking. I think they're on the bay side, and they have a pool.
Oh,
at the house.
Fancy.
Yeah. So I think that's awesome. Like, all of us are going to be down there for that same week.
So we should just pick like one day for sure where like we'll just go do something.
Yeah. Or like even at night, if we want to meet up at like all of us meet up at the boardwalk and walk around and get some food too and play games.
That sounds good.
So yeah, sorry, that was totally. There's going to be a lot of tangents. The tangent. Why do we call it the tangent?
I mean, the tangent as just the name of the whole podcast.
Because you and I are really good at going off on tangents.
I mean, that's going to be the whole friggin' shebang, the tangent. Got it.
As an idea. Put your votes in, folks, on our Facebook group.
Put it in the comments. What you think is the best title?
Yeah, put it in the comments.
We'll finally post this online like 7 months from now. It'll be February. We're going to the beach next week.
What would BOFI? How would you say that? Bofi?
Bofi?
Bofi? The Bofi podcast? Why? Because it's a bunch of fucking idiots.
TFI, two fucking idiots.
Two fucking idiots. Look at these two fucking idiots. All right, sorry. So you were saying...
That was it. I mean, the story was I got the vaccine and it whooped my ass.
Did it really?
Yeah. So
like,
all day
you
Saturday,
had full symptoms or just like...
Just kind of fluish. Like clammy, cold. It was doing things. And I actually didn't feel well until really like mid today.
I wonder if it's because it was so long.
I mean...
Like long since you had the last one.
My system is pretty prepped. I mean, I've had like 4 boosters at this point. So like your system knows it's what's up. You just
It should, right? Like it shouldn't kick your ass every time, right?
Well, no, I mean it should to some degree. So basically your memory B cells harbor the like
this is the science portion of it, folks, just so you know.
we know what this thing is, but basically your neutralizing antibodies, they don't stick around that long. That's why you could still get infected even after you've had the vaccine. You know, after the first month or two or so, they're starting to wane. You get introduced with the virus. Your body's like, oh, I know what this thing is. Makes some antibodies, it eventually attacks it. And that's why you'll still get infected, but you don't get as sick and you get over it a lot quicker. And so basically, if you introduce it with anything, vaccine or real, it's going to kick the immune system up to make those antibodies regardless. And that's kind of what whoops your ass. Is it's like all of a sudden you're doing more, your immune system is doing more than it was doing yesterday.
That makes sense.
Then they hang around for like a month or two. And so like I could potentially see someone in Germany who is sick and I may not get infected at all.
Right.
Like, as soon as it hits my system just squashes it.
That happened with Libby a year and a half ago. She went to something for Angela, her friend Angie, some party. I forget what it was. And she was at a table and she just recently got her booster like 3 weeks earlier, 3 weeks earlier. And she was sitting next to one of the aunts and they were like right here. Like they were just like, you know, because there was like a round table and they were like bullshitting and laughing, whatever. And then That was like a Friday, and then Sunday text messages went out. Hey, just so you know, so and so had COVID. We didn't know. Everyone, people are starting to get sick. Just pay attention. Libby was like freaking out. She's like, "Oh no, what the hell?" And she was fine, and it was because she got that booster like 2 weeks earlier. Science. Careful. If there's some backwood Republicans, they might have trouble with this.
Well, we don't know the demographics of our viewers yet.
Yeah. Not that we don't love you guys. It's fine.
Our current viewers consist of my 2 dogs, Lauren and Libby. Maybe Salem. We'll see.
Hey, everybody.
I'm Dr. Nick. All right.
Well, so, that didn't work.
No. Not at all. Not at all.
Not at all. You know what? I think I like NPR radio now. I get it. And you're listening to Easy Jazz.
It sounds really good when you talk very slowly and whispery.
Whispering eye.
It's not really a whisper though. It's like
it's controlled. And this is the next 5 minutes. What if I did a little Irish accent? It's a little Irish coffee for you. Put another shrimp on the barbie. That's what they say down there. All right, so you got your shot. That's good.
Got my shot. That's about it. That was the big. That's all I've done. Today I'm roasting a piece of pork. And,
you should never call Lauren that. Come on, man.
We're doing pork sandwiches. We bought a pig from the fair last year, and so we had a chunk of ham, unhammed ham, so it's uncured hind leg, and so I'm cooking it Cuban style.
What does that mean? Unlike your '56 Chevy,
So it's like oregano and cumin and hot peppers and lots of citrus like lime juice and lemon juice and tons of garlic. We marinate it overnight and then roast it in an oven and then slice it and put it on sandwiches.
Nice.
So I can smell it.
Very nice. That's awesome.
So that's about it. So where do you want to keep these episodes?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was thinking like a 4-hour podcast really just take somebody's day out. Yeah.
just Joe Rogan it.
Really fucking
so I've seen clips of Joe Rogan. Have you ever listened to a Joe Rogan podcast?
Not from like start to finish, but parts.
They're like 4 hours long. Who listens to that?
A lot of people.
But like who has that kind of time?
You know what's bad? And I've only seen clips, but there are some things that they talk about. I'm like, I get what he's saying, and it's not right, but it makes sense what he's saying. You know what I mean? It's like it's not right. But
he's a little conspiracy theorist.
Oh yeah.
And he has a very diverse cast on. Like and he, despite how crazy someone might be, he entertains them too. Like he might have on some like flat earther, and he'll give him the time and space to be like, so why do you think the earth is flat?
Yeah.
And let the guy talk for 20 minutes. And I'm like,
he'll let the guy have a voice. Yeah.
It's not flat. Let's be real.
No, it's a
triangle. This is the one.
That's why the snow always falls downwards, because it's a triangle.
Triangle Earth theory.
It's a triangle. It's not a square. Square make too many points.
Podcast. So thank you for coming today. I know it's getting late for you. So it's almost 10 o'clock, babe. So you gotta get
Holy shit, it is.
You gotta get to bed. So yeah, this is Dan and Adam rambling. We don't have a name for this thing.
Not yet. No. We have some really good ones though. I like Two Guys, One Cup, but Dan doesn't.
Two Idiots Talking. TID. TID.
Two Idiots Talking incoherently.
The Tangent.
The tangent. I like that one.
Because you might learn things.
I hope
we
so.
We can bring up scientific things. There's a podcast called Things You Should Know.
I mean, the biggest thing we didn't talk about today is the attempt of the assassination of the formal ex-president.
Former.
He might be formal. You don't know. He always wears suits.
Although his ties are down to his knees.
Thanks for catching that, Dan.
No, we didn't
talk about that.
I feel like this podcast is lighter than that. Although,
yeah, I know, but we could just say like Jesus.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy. Lauren got an alert on her phone, and it was like blah blah blah, and honestly, straight up thought it was like fake, like someone like sending out like a fake funny whatever, not funny, but thing. But yeah, I don't even know what to think about that. It's kind of crazy. Like we've never lived in a time where, because it's not like it didn't happen in the past. Like you got JFK, what was it like? Reagan, I think, got shot, and he survived, and then there's the famous video of him at a gala and a balloon pops or something like that, and he goes, "Missed me,"
Yeah.
But like that, our parents, they experienced a bunch of those. We haven't had a single, other than the shoe throwing incident at George W. And he ducked.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is kind of crazy. I don't like the man. That's saying it lightly, but still kind of crazy.
Doesn't need to get shot. Well, he doesn't need to get assassinated. The biggest problem is that if he gets assassinated, he's going to become a martyr. He becomes a martyr.
That's not good either.
It's not good.
Well, he's already, by getting shot, I feel like he is now.
I know.
This is
did you see the video of it happening? Like, totally, he saw the PR opportunity and he jumped for it.
Immediately. He started bumping his fist.
Yep.
Wow.
And now there's all these pictures of him with his fist. Dude, the freaking comments under these pictures is insane. And you know what? The kid that shot at him was a Republican.
I saw that.
So it wasn't even a Democrat or a liberal.
And he was only 22. 20 as well.
20 also.
20. Yeah, 20 years old. That's sucks. Like,
well, good way to end the podcast. Really drop it down there. No, but it's our first podcast, and we just had an ex-president almost assassinated. I think we should bar it up a little bit.
No, I actually do have a section in my notes called
how did they miss? No.
In the news.
In the news. I like that.
In the news, not in the nude. In the news was a topic, and I wasn't sure whether or not to bring this up or not. So I'm glad you did. We got to talk about it.
Gotta talk about it.
We got to talk about it.
It's the thing. It's history. Apparently it's gone down in infamy.
Infamy. Well, we have like no information right now. Maybe by the next time. So in 2 weeks, we'll have more information. We can have it as an actual. What is that? Aw. Baby Groot. So.
All right, and then next time I'll try to get some questions. I was just winging it tonight. I figured just wing it, see what happens.
I have this is my notes.
That is a white page. I can see. That's all I see.
Whoa. There we go.
You're not focusing.
I look very, very white right now.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, it's struggling.
What happened?
This is how I explode into the sunburst. What is it doing?
You look like Edward.
Edward? Oh, Cullen?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sparkling.
What is sparkling like Edward? Why is it so?
It works when I put my hand. I don't know.
Wait,
my hands.
Duck. No, like duck. Like duck out of frame. Let it focus on the back. That was great. All right, folks. It'll go better next time. It might go better. I might have a better camera. Dan will look like Edward Collins. There it is.
I reset it. I'm no longer a sparkly vampire. Well, thank you for joining. That was fun. Actually, it was fun. It was really good chatting. I think we had a lot of fun. We'll come up with other ideas. I think we've created things. Vote in the comments for what you want the name to be, i.e. Lauren and Libby. Maybe we'll watch this.
Where is this going to be posted?
Right now, nowhere.
Where it's the comment?
It's at the moment. The distribution channels are thumb drive, and we mail it to people.
Oh,
and then they can watch it at their own leisure. So we're hoping to expand beyond that in the future, but that's where we are right now. But yeah, well, if we get 10 views, I'll be surprised. Hey,
yeah, man,
we'll have fun.
All right, brother. Well, until next time.
Till next time, and then we'll play out music. Dun, 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 dun.
Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Or would it be more like epic? Like I'm really bad at beatboxing. I'm sorry. Yeah, it reminded me of Special Needs Kid. It was great.
We're gonna take that and we're gonna expand it. That's gonna be our intro and exit. Done.
It's super. Dude, did you see that video I sent you the other day?
Yes.
The music video? Yes, I thought I sent it to you. Yeah, you said it was like Dropkick Murphys, but
Oh, yes. Yes, that was very weird.
you didn't like it? You should check out some of his stuff.
Not liking it and thinking it was weird are two different things.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. It was weird.
That's fair enough.
I like you.
That's fair.
You're weird. I'm weird. Maybe that's why we get along.
I'm not weird. I'm amazing. Here's our outro song.
And there you have it, folks.
Maybe that's our intro. There's our intro right there. We just use that.
And there you have it, folks. Here's another episode. All right. We're gonna end it.
Love you, bro. All right. Get you. How do we exit?
I think I hit stop. Okay, here we go. Stop.
Leave. I can leave. You stop and I leave. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. See you later.